Look, cruising down the coast, top down, feeling fine. Got my crypto back strong, I'm just watching it climb. I just bought the dip, trying to make my chips stack. Once I get my money up, it ain't no looking back. I be crypto riding,
making money on the go.
Crypto's rising,
all
time high.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Don't need no funding.
Gotta get it my way. Moves of millions when that crypto on the rise. Envy in your eyes, high on my own supply. Take that crypto ride to an all-time high. This will change your life. You ain't living right. Without a bag, you be sad, feeling hella mad. Think about the life you could have had. I know you into that. From rags to riches, we changing the game. They call me Crypto Tales, not here for the fame. I'm here for the gains, instilled in my brain. We are not the same, passive income claim. I'm staking and baking and hating and faking. It's mine for the taking, they finally waking. No time to be wasting. Governments can't stop it. I got me a digital wallet. You wreck from them bags of that whatchamacallit call it. You know when that is Billis and Bozilla called it. If you miss it, not caring what you feel about it.
Top down, feeling fine. Got my crypto back strong, I'm just watching it climb. I just bought the dip, trying to make my chips stack. Once I get my money up, it ain't no looking back. I be crypto riding,
making money on the go.
Crypto's rising, all time high.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Don't need no funding.
Get it my way. Life changing money is a fact. Ain't no looking back. All time high coming next. Guys, I'm having that. Crypto have you living large, luxury cars. Crypto millionaire without a care. Diamond hands holding, bags loading, corrupt exposing the life I chosen. Till the moon going up. Now it's time to celebrate. I'm filling up my cup. Buying on the low, we on a mission. Increase my position, ain't no opposition. XRP, we making moves to the moon. Can't lose. Foreign cars, mansion parties coming soon. Palm trees, sunshine, sipping that fine wine. With a fine dime, catching racing poolside. I be making profits, stacking coins, watching. Charts blowing up, not stopping. No other option, keep copying. Do your research on the topic. Running through the coins like I'm Sonic. What's in your wallet? You know I stay polished. Diamond hands flawless, the dollar has fallen. Got crypto, you ballin', my bags getting swollen.
Cruising down the coast, top down, feeling fine. Got my crypto back strong, I'm just watching it climb. I just bought the dip, trying to make my chips stack. Once I get my money up, it ain't no looking back. I be crypto riding,
making money on the go.
Crypto's rising, all time high.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Don't need no funding.
Gotta get it my way.
Whoa. Welcome to the show. Shout out to everybody who pulled up early, man. We got a great one for y'all tonight. Welcome to XTALES, Tell Your Tale, where legends meet to talk to the journey of evolution of crypto. Make sure to like, sub it, share the wealth, stack them gains, but don't keep them to yourself, meaning share with your friends, and let's make this thing grow for sure. So tonight, man, we about to roll out the green carpet, for my boy, the one and only Steak and Bake Bully, aka Team Green. This guy is an entrepreneur, mastermind behind the project XRZillas, XBF. If you don't know about it, you're gonna learn about it. Along with that, the Bullish family, they building it from the ground up and turning this crypto hustle into an empire. He's the king of Twitter Spaces, dropping knowledge and sparking vibes and growing communities. And that's just what we love to hear. So, man, without further ado, man, my guy, appreciate you coming on. How you doing, bro?
I appreciate you too, man. That's one hell of a green carpet, man. My bad. My man rolled out the green carpet. Let's go.
Hey, it was only right, bro. You've been a cornerstone, a pillar of all the families. If it's XRZillas or XCT, XTALES, man, you always been there to help us out and to guide us along the way, man. And we appreciate you for all that, bro. So I had to give you a great introduction, man, because that's all you do is greatness, bro. So
appreciate you, baby. Appreciate
it. Yeah, man. So we about to get into the nitty gritty, man. I know a lot of people know you as Team Green or Steak and Bake Bully, but I don't think they know too much about who you are, where you came from, how you got into where you are in crypto, and having your own business and stuff. So let's start off from the beginning, man. Just tell me a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into the crypto stuff after.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Born and raised in New York City. I was born in Brooklyn, raised
Okay.
in Queens.
Okay.
Graduated high school out in Long Island. I mean, when it comes to the five boroughs, your boy has stomped his feet everywhere. There's no
Okay.
question about that. I got family all over the place out there. But
Okay.
you know, coming up, you know, as a young teenager, I knew I wanted to get out of New York. Everybody had that New York state of mind, and my dreams were just bigger than just a big city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And got involved. Man, my first couple of jobs was crazy. I think like my first job was parking cars. Real early, I met this guy. He thought I actually had my license. Never had my license, but he told me to come park some cars for him.
Okay.
And that was like my first introduction into like a legit hustle, where it was him and his partner. They had like all these like restaurants and big like events that they would send us to, and like go park these cars. I'll make some dough. I mean,
Hey,
like
however it
14
works,
years
huh?
old. Oh man, the first car I parked, like that was stick. I had to learn stick. Like doing this job, it was nuts, man. And the first stick I got was a 911 Porsche.
Ooh,
I never
okay.
sweated so hard in my
That's
life.
crazy, yo. You can't crash that one, bro. So you gotta
Can't
learn
crash.
to drive good.
Oh, it was wild, man. But the good thing was, it was like where they park, it had a big hill going down. So all I had to do really was throw that baby in neutral,
Yeah,
and
just let it
glide
go.
right into the
Yup.
spot.
Nah, coming up was the problem though.
Yeah, coming up
Yeah.
the hill was a whole different ball game, man.
Rolling backwards, all kind of stuff, man.
Oh, bro, it was crazy. I was just waiting. I knew it was gonna happen to me, so I was waiting for all the cars to kind of go ahead of me and stuff. I was like, all right, I just gotta blast this baby in first gear to get up there. It was sounding nuts too. I mean, the guy was looking at me like I was crazy, but boy, yeah, you know, you just gotta play stuff off like that. You know, open up the car door for the wife. I hope y'all have a beautiful evening. Make them nice and happy. But
Hey,
yeah,
that's what you
man,
gotta
that was
do.
like my first introduction into like a real legit kind of like hustle.
Okay.
I was like, man, I know eventually I'm gonna own something. I always said that to myself. Eventually I'm definitely gonna be doing my own thing. But coming up, you know, you learn to work for people and stuff like that. And my son was born.
Okay.
And what
And how
was
old
it?
is your son now?
My son's like 24.
Okay. Okay. So you got a grown man now, bro.
Yeah, 24 years old. My oldest daughter, she's 29.
Bro, I would have thought you was 29, bro. So that's crazy that you're saying that, man. Because you know,
I'll take
so
it.
that's your only kid, or you got more kids?
I got 3 kids altogether. My oldest daughter is my stepdaughter. I raised her since she was 5 years old. Her dad was never in her life. So one of the touching moments of my life was her coming to me with a letter when she was about turning 6 years old, man. All the reasons why she wanted to call me dad. And that was like the realest thing ever in my life, man. I knew I was just never gonna walk away from this girl, you know. So her mom was lucky for a long time, for about 20 something years. Longest relationship I ever had, man.
Wow.
But
yeah, that's a long time, man. That's your whole life pretty much, you know.
Pretty much like half my life right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
and I knew her and my family since I was like 6 years old. I have pictures of her at my birthday parties and stuff like that. But we kind of reunited later on in life after I came back from college. But
so yeah, like man, a high school sweetheart kind of deal, or what?
Man, we're talking like my first kiss at like 7 years old.
Wow. Oh yeah. Hey, that makes sense why it was that long then, man. If you had that much history, man, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful thing, man. My son was born 7 days after 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Wild story about that, which is one of the reasons why I really kind of put a fire in my butt to get out of New York. I was supposed to be in that building, bro.
Oh, man.
That morning. Yeah, wild stuff, man.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. I remember when that happened, man. It was like first day of school for me. And I just remember all that, just seeing all that on the news and not really understanding like the actuality of what really was going on because I was young, bro. But
Yeah,
the fact that you was going should have been in that building, right? That's crazy, bro.
bro,
Like,
to see it all in real time is just completely surreal. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
to
yeah, I
this
can only
day
imagine, bro.
wild, bro. But God bless everybody who had to go through that. You
So,
know,
so what was like your real reason on like wanting to leave New York? Because usually people want to go to New York. That's like, you know, one of the major places other than like California, Florida, Chicago, other Texas. You know, people really want to go to like New York. So, what made you want to just leave that? Like,
the lifestyle out there. I was, you know, I
it is
wanted to
bigger
raise
patches out there for
children.
sure.
That time I had 2 kids,
Mm,
and I wanted to give them something better than what I grew up in. And
okay.
Florida was the spot for me, man. It was calling me. I was working at a car dealership. He had a connection for a guy down here in Tampa, and I linked up with the what was it? It was Brandon Ford in Tampa, Florida. And I came out here, and yeah, that's where I started my journey out here in Tampa, man.
Okay. So would you say that's where your interest is for like entrepreneurial like, you know, movement, was that where it started, or was it more of like you already had that out there and then you moved it towards there?
Yeah, I just kind of took a leap of faith, man. Honestly, at the time, I sent my lady out here. I didn't even know where I was moving to, Tails. I sent her out here with 2 tickets, her and my daughter. I said, just pick something that has a palm tree. I just want a different kind of scenery. You know what I mean? And we got an apartment out in Tampa in Town and Country. It was called Sunset Palms, bro. I come out my balcony and there was a palm tree right there. That's all I cared about, man. I was
That's
like,
what's
I'm
up, man.
good. Let's start fresh.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good start, man. Once you see
Yeah.
palm trees, like, okay, I feel a little islandy right now. I feel like I can do this. Especially
Yeah.
coming from New York, man. It's brick over there, man. It's cold, it's humid, it's you don't got palm trees and mountains and none of that. So yeah, you definitely went the total opposite way on that one.
Total opposite, man. Went
Yeah.
from bricks and concrete and rats to palm trees and beach sand
Sunshine,
and
yeah,
gators.
yeah, man. That's why, like, I would consider like Florida like a California, like, because it's similar as far as like the sunshine, you know, the weather. It's not as humid, but it's similar with the palm trees. They kind of look the same to me, but
Jungle, man. It's a
yeah,
jungle.
yeah, it's a little bit more jungly over there, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. You got all
for
kinds
sure.
of swamps and
We got all
animals
the
I
snakes.
never heard of before. Yeah,
Yeah, all that wild stuff, man.
yeah, man. So, what would you say like inspired you to take a risk and build something like your own business?
I always had like the fortitude and of course the ambition to do it. And it kind of, you know, when you speak to the universe, man, sometimes the universe just starts opening up doors for you, right? And wild enough, man, I was coming back from Vegas and I met this guy on the plane, man. He was telling me about his business in Tampa. I was flying back to Tampa, and he needed someone to help him marketing. That's what I went to college for. So when I got back to Tampa, you know, I gave him a call, try to do like a little part-time thing with him on the weekends, help him out with that. And sure enough, man, I just learned the whole business inside and out as far as carpet cleaning. He had a carpet cleaning business that he had a franchise with. It was called Zero Res. Pretty wild stuff, man.
Okay.
But I got with him and I learned basically the entire business for about like 5 years. He hired me full time. And 2007, 2008 came around and the big crash came, man. And he suffered big time from it. And I'm sitting there doing paperwork and stuff like that. And the damn repo trucks started coming, repossessing everything. I had no clue. And he finally fessed up. Like he claimed bankruptcy, all this stuff.
Okay.
So I'm kind of stuck there. You know, what do I do at that point? But he had the title to one of the trucks. So I had sold the car. My mom sold the car. I even had like a little 86 Mustang that I was like souping up and winded up selling that too, man. So that's what bought my first truck. I jumped in it like 6 days before Christmas. This all happened like right before Christmas, bro. It was wild.
Wow.
I'm taking
that's
my
wild,
kids.
bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, the first couple of years, not first couple of years, like the first year, you know what I mean? I definitely had to buy mom a car back, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I was like,
that's
yeah,
the
I
first
gotta
thing
get
to
my
do.
mom a car.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did everything with that. Took the kids to the movies, took my kids to school. We went to Busch Gardens in that damn truck, everywhere, bro. We piled up the work truck to go make it happen, man. And it was funny, man. My daughter would have me drop her off like 2-3 blocks away from school. She was all embarrassed and stuff, you know.
She's like, I'm not trying to be in your work truck. Like,
yo, it's wild. Yeah, she was embarrassed. I was like, you got to be kidding me right now. I was like, this truck is fly. I just got it wrapped. I was like, you got to be kidding me right now. So one day she pissed me off, like the night before, something with the teacher. She called me about her homework, something simple too. Yeah. And I locked her in the van and drove her through the school line, bro. I said, you know what? I'm taking you through the school line now. Oh, she was pissed. She was trying to get out and all that. And I get through the school line. Nah, this is the wild part, bro. So her principal was out there. He's reading the van. She gets out the van. He come running up to me. Hey, man, you take care of carpets. What else you do? I'm like, I do this, that, and the third. Man, I walked away. Yo, bro, I walked away with like $1,200 a month job.
That's
taking
crazy,
care of the facilities over there. Oh man, I looked at her. I was like, "You gotta be. I'm driving you to school
every day now.
Every day."
Hey, that's the way it works, bro. That's the way it works sometimes, man. You never know when things is gonna just, show up in your lap, and you just gotta take advantage of it, man.
Yeah.
So ever since then, man, you've been going hard with the business, huh?
Ever since 2011, man.
Okay.
2011.
You had your own business for a while now, man. You've been the ins and outs of, all the craziness going on politically with everything.
Oh yeah.
The markets, the way they're going up and down. Like, especially right now, like I know people are super scared, like that don't really know anything about, how money is and the way, because, stock market is looking real bad. And it's taking down the crypto market too. So everybody's thinking like, oh man, the bull market is over. Now it's, but I think it's still opportunity. And I think this is just the beginning of where we're moving towards, with crypto and stuff. So let's start talking about a little bit more crypto stuff. So what would be like your, how did you stumble into crypto? Like, was it like a specific event or person that, got you into it?
It was a specific person, man. I had actually two people. The first person, like when I first got the business and I got my first like storefront, I hired a pressure washer to come kind of clean out the front of it and stuff like that. And, I learned a real harsh lesson with this one, man. I kind of prejudged dude. He was rough as hell, bro. Like rough. And he did a great job and all that stuff. But he had, at the end when I was paying him, he was like, hey, man, you ever heard of Bitcoin? I was like, nah, what is that? So he kind of like explained it to me. And he was like, by the time he's walking out, he looked back at me. He was like, I'm telling you, you should really get some. And he took off, man. I'm like, internet money? I was like, oh, man, because back then everything was like email and stuff like that in order to get it. There wasn't like the exchanges that we have today. Yeah. It was too many processes and it just seemed like really nefarious to me. I was like, hell no. Plus I just started the business, Tales.
He was like, I already did something risky. Why would I take more risks? Like,
exactly. Yeah. And I'm still having the jitters of starting the business within that first year in 2012. So I faded it, man. He came back 2 years later, and that's when my man was like showing me the chart on the computer.
He was like, I need to sell you this shit. Yeah.
He was like, nah.
Nothing like believing it when you see it, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people when I first got into crypto, like they didn't believe when I told them like I turned a little bit of money to a substantial amount, and then they're like, well, I don't know, man. It sounds like a scam, and I want to see it. It's not something I can see. And I'm like, okay, well, look at this wallet. Just see the numbers in this wallet.
Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. And that's what it takes sometimes, man.
Yeah.
So that's what it took for you. He showed you that, and you was all in after, or what?
Man, I'll tell you what, bro. I still faded them tails. I still faded them. I'm looking at this chart and he's showing it to me. And I never seen a chart in my life. I still didn't know what the hell I was looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it took some research at that point for me to really look into what Bitcoin is. That's when I learned about blockchain. And I was, oh, this is a technology. This isn't some sort of like money. So now I'm really intrigued, man.
Yeah.
So,
and I think people don't understand that part of it. And that's why they don't feel like it's real, because they only see like people making money off of it, but they don't hear the background of, oh, this crypto business partner with this Fortune 500 company, you know, like until you do the research, you don't really know how much information is out there. And then when you do it, it's like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I need to put my money in it. So, you know, it definitely takes you to do some research. Like, and a lot of people who are new to crypto, they kind of just want to be told what to do. And then they have paper hands when it starts going down and stuff.
And that's the way I maneuver, man. If I don't know much about it, either I would walk away from it or really take the time to learn it. You know what I mean? It's like my business. That's like anybody jumping into a business. When y'all become crypto rich, you don't just go buy a restaurant. Like you go be the busboy, you go be the bartender, you go be everything that business has to offer. So you know every aspect of it. You know what I mean? Besides books and all the details. But that's why I jumped in the business, because I was already 5 years deep. I knew it backward and forward. I said, why not take the risk? Now, when it came to the crypto, I didn't know it. So it's just the way I'm wired up, bro. I have to know everything. So I jumped in hard for about like 3 years, man, before I finally said, okay, now I'm willing to take my blood, sweat, and tears with these dollars and try to do something with it, because I already knew as a business owner, you have to generate your 401ks. There's no such thing as a 401k as an owner, man. I mean, you could formulate it, but in hindsight, you're trying to build wealth. You know what I mean? Some sort of nest egg that you're able to like live off of later on in life. So I walked away from like stocks at that point, man. I knew it in my heart. This is the new technology that's gonna like really reshape everything across the globe.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you said that, because I actually had that same feeling. Like when I first got in crypto in 2018, I first started in stocks, and you know, I was just trying to make a quick buck. Wasn't really trying to, you know, do a bunch of research. I just wanted to make money. Then I started, you know, hearing about crypto, and I was like, well, this is a little bit different. I need to learn about it to kind of see, like, you know, what's really up with it. People's talking about they're making money on it. So eventually, like, you know, I started doing research, and then I was like, man, why would I be in stock market when I can be in this asset class where like it's new? Not many people know about it, and the future of this could possibly make me, you know, a lot of money. So that's kind of like where I was with it, as far as like just leaving the stock market alone and just focusing on, you know, crypto and learning, you know, the major parts of it, not just, you know, trying to make money off of it and stuff. So,
man, I'll piggyback something off of that.
Okay.
Because when I was in stocks, I was always trying to get me an IPO. I was trying to find me an IPO.
Yeah.
And then I realized you can't get into these IPOs unless you're a damn credited investor.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you needed a couple mil in the bank.
Exactly.
When I got in, when I started looking into crypto, I was like, oh, time out. I don't have to be a accredited investor.
Exactly.
To dump in an ICO. I was like, this is game changer. Why do I want 10% gains when I could get 1,000x?
Man, and that's what it really comes down to. Like, you know, the opportunity that's given with crypto is unlike any other opportunity I've ever had in my life. You know, I wasn't born in a .com era where a lot of people made a lot of money off the internet, but you know, we're at the beginning of the internet of value now, and I think the potential of that is bigger than the internet when it was created. But you just have to find these projects that are going to be the next Amazon, that are going to be the next Google, that's going to be the next, you know. So it's all about getting in early, doing your research, and just, making sure you stay on top of everything that you're doing. But what would be like the biggest like win or lesson that you learned in crypto that made you realize like, yeah, this is probably something worth investing my money into?
It started like with CKJ on the way he changed my mindset, because I was in and out of crypto, and I'm like, just like I said, oh, I could get 100x, 10x, and I'm looking at the charts now, and I'm like, oh, this did that, it could do it again, not knowing the cycles of it yet. You know what I mean? The ins and outs of all of that. And it took a minute to really find somebody who did know all of that and explained it. And that to me is when I started really taking a chance for the W's, And one of the first ones, it's a win and a loss, man. I got a heartbreaking story, bro. I got into Shiba Inu and SafeMoon when they were like 8 zeros. I think SafeMoon was at 9 zeros, bro.
Man, I remember SafeMoon.
Yeah. Yo, SafeMoon, it's like a heartache story for me, man. So my first wallet, like really custodial wallet, was Trust Wallet. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm all big shot now. Now I got my Trust Wallet and this, that, and the third, but I didn't know how to manipulate wallets, like front running, changing and slippage and stuff like that. So when these coins started rocketing, I'm trying to sell tails, and they weren't selling. Man, I'm like, what's going on?
Yep, I done been there before. I've been holding the bag, bro.
So I watched this thing go from, and I put like 300 into like combined between both of them, like 350. That thing went to $5,000. Like 2 hours later, it was like $7,000, then $15,000, and like 5 minutes later. And I was like, I gotta get rid of this, man. I was like, come on, and it wasn't working. So I went to Trust Wallet support. It shot me to a Twitter page. Yeah, Twitter page, man. Into a chat.
Sell your shit.
Scam me, bro. Yo, you gotta reset your wallet. Put in your key phrase right here.
Yeah, bro.
Boom, bro. Yo, by the time they went to take it out, like in front of my face, it was $45,000.
Oh my
God. $350 was 45 G's, my guy. And to see it just disappear in front of your face, man, I was like,
oh my God.
Oh.
And that's what happens when you're like a pioneer in crypto, right? Because there was no how-tos, you know what I'm saying? Like most of it was like you got to do it on your own and figure it out.
Yeah,
there was a couple people that was doing YouTube videos and stuff, but they was just covering news. They wasn't trying to teach people how to move money and which wallets and what not to mess with and stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, I got like 1,500, stolen from me too in a scam, like NFTs and all kind of stuff. So it definitely happens, bro. And there's so many scams out there. It's hard to really, know what's real and what's not, because some of that shit just, it looks so real. It's like, how do you know?
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like, shit, I don't really trust any outside apps that I'm not used to using. And you gotta have like a nice separation between your wallet and what you're trying to maneuver around with, because there's so many ways now where they can just hack your information and get into your wallet. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, you gotta have that burner wallet these days.
Yeah, you gotta have. I got a couple burner wallets, bro, but just like maneuvering around, because you also don't like, if people are scared of wallets, so they just leave their crypto on exchanges, and even that isn't a good idea. That's worse, because most of the time when we have a bull run, especially on Coinbase, you can't sell anyway because the exchanges are down. They can't keep up with the liquidity. So I'm curious to see where we're gonna go, because I know we're gonna blow up with crypto, and we're gonna get to a point where these cryptos are gonna hit astronomical numbers, and then everybody's gonna be trying to get out at the same time. And I wonder, if the rails are really ready for that kind of explosion, in price and in all that, because we're like in the midst of regulations for stable coins, and yet Tether doesn't have full backing, and that's pretty much propping up Bitcoin. So it's definitely going to be a lot of shuffling around as far as like the top tens of crypto and what's going to end up happening in the future. But as long as you know how to maneuver, man, get your wallets, get your cryptos off of exchanges, not try to do too much where you're going to set yourself up in a situation where you can get hacked or you can get your crypto taken. So you just have to, maneuver wisely.
So true. But even with this bull run, Tails, like it's a different mindset I got too with this one than the last one. The last one I was trying to cash out for cash, right? Like, come on, man, we're talking regulations now.
Yeah.
What are we really gonna do with this? Go into a stable coin and stake it, right?
Yeah.
Or use it for, yielding? What are we gonna do at this point? This is the part that's so, it's out there, like we don't know, you know what I mean? But for me to take my crypto for cash, nah, man, them days are done. I'll wait till 2030.
Well, yeah, because eventually, like, basically the whole point of crypto is the fact that you don't need cash no more. You don't need the banks, and you don't need their system, with all the fees and all the, extra stuff that they put on it. But, we already know banks ain't letting money go, so at this point,
they don't
it's
even have money.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even have the money anyway. So it's like we're in a situation where the banks know it's inevitable, right? So they're trying to take control as much as possible. And these ETFs, although I think it's a good thing because it brings liquidity, it also makes us susceptible to the regular markets now. As you can see, like Bitcoin is at like 80,000 now because, the stock market and everything else, because of tariffs and shit is like having issues. So that's another way for them to control the price, by being, the majority holders and having ETFs and all that other stuff. So it's just crazy right now where we're at with crypto. But I feel like, regulations will be coming soon, and I think we'll have a better clarity, like, of how to maneuver and what will be considered, the ones that are going to be a part of the system, and then the ones that are just kind of like going to fall to wayside.
Yeah,
but back to what you were saying, like when you were saying how you had got into crypto and stuff, and you said you CKJ was like somebody that you like was listening to, and he made you like really into getting in deep into crypto. Would you say that was like one of your mentors that helped you navigate the space?
The first time I heard the phrase "HODL is the motto," right? Because I was in and out. At the end of the day, I was losing. I was like, so how do I know what I'm holding? Because I'm reading these coins and they all sound the same anyway, right? So when I got with him and he's doing the deep dives on these coins, it was wild. And when I first got with him, he had made that Matic call. So right now I'm just kind of like feeling CKJ out and stuff like that. And when my man was talking about 100K for $100 and that Matic shot to like $3, are you
people
me?
became
Are you kidding me?
You turned $100 into $300,000. If you told somebody that, they wouldn't even believe. They wouldn't even think that's true, bro.
And
they don't even think that's possible, bro.
Yeah, that whole scenario is going to play out all over again too.
Yep, well, multiple cryptos.
This is what he's finding for us, and big respect to the dude, man. He definitely does his homework on everything he brings to the family. He's making sure the backers are right, the team is right, the technology is right, and that right there really taught me a whole lot, man. I had no idea who Gary Gensler was. I had no idea who Jerome Powell was. Yeah. My man breaking down everything.
Yeah, he's putting faces to names. Yeah, he's going down rabbit holes, finding information that the average person wouldn't even know where to get it at. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he was kind of the same for me too, because at the time, I was doing a lot of trading. I was doing a lot of just trying to make money quick, and I was losing money. And then when I came across his channel, I was like, all right, this dude really knows what he's talking about. He's breaking down companies, he's breaking down partnerships, and he's giving you these projects that are super low that you don't have to spend a lot of money on. You don't have to break the bank on, but you can change your life with. And he set the standard for like what's to come with crypto and how to be in it the right way, getting in early and and doing the research and stuff like that. So man, shout outs to Bullzilla for all the work he's done, because I'm sure we're not the only people that we came to and changed lives. But I just wanted to shout out real quick, man. Shout out to the homie. It's his birthday today, man. I just wanted to give a shout out quick to the homie. Let me see. Did somebody post about it? Let me find it. Just wanted to put it on screen. I think it's too far back. Shout out to the homie Marvin Davis.
Oh, Marvin Davis.
Here you go. Marvin Davis, man. Happy birthday, bro. Hope you have a good one, man.
Happy birthday, Marvin Davis. Big support.
But yeah, and then we was just talking about Bullzilla, and bam, guess who shows up to the chat?
Yes, sir.
The one, the only CKJ Crypto News. The bullish of all bullish hidden gem hunters. He got multiple names, man. Shout out for pulling up, bro. So let's talk about it more, man. Bullzilla, he's had a lot of inspiration on everybody. So what gave you like the idea, to run with the XRZillas and be a part of that project? And let's talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, real talk, man. It's kind of like something we all goofed around with in the chats, like while he's streaming, like, Bullzilla, you need to make your coin. And not for nothing, man, this family felt just like me. If there was anybody in the XRP like community, influencer, that deserved to be on blockchain, bro, it's this dude right here. Yeah. So we kind of pressured him into it. It wasn't my idea. It is not my project. This is truly like an IBF collaboration community project, man.
Okay.
All I wanted to do was make sure that I was able to do my part, no matter what it was. And it just turns out to be the mouthpiece, man.
Yeah, man. You've been going hard ever since XRZilla was created, man. And you've been doing hella work, along with the Bullish family, who's, keeping everything bullish and keeping the community together and stuff. But I definitely agree, man. If anybody needed their own project on the blockchain, it definitely was Bullzilla, man. So, I respect all that, and you being a part of XRZillas, and since I've created like my own coin with XTALES XCT, it's a lot like running a project, especially like when you have another job to do, because there's always stuff to do, and so how do you like maneuver? Yeah, because you be on spaces, you be on all kind of stuff. Like how do you manage to like keep everything bullish and stuff over with XBF, and continue to be in the community and do what you do, bro?
The biggest inspiration is the family. Super active family, man. Everybody knows CKJ has a reputation behind him that he built for like 9 years now. You know what I mean? So transitioning from the YouTube onto blockchain on the XRPL, you're dealing with people who are just used to like scam artists and all that kind of jazz, man. Yeah. So we had to stand behind this and let everybody know we're not coming on blockchain just to run amok. You know what I mean? If this dude's been here 9 years, you can almost expect him to be here another 9 years. You know?
And that's, I think, what a lot of communities are missing. I think they're missing that community presence. Like a lot of people who are bigger and, are doing a lot of stuff. You can even say like YouTubers in the community. A lot of them don't have time to be in chats. A lot of them don't have time to sit on a live stream and shout out, Crypto Trooper, shout out Karma Carmichael, shout out Bradley. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not many people do that. So doing that kind of gives you like a sense of community, makes you feel like you're really a part of it. And I think that's what, really keeps a project, alive, man, because it's not just somebody telling you, oh man, get this, get that. It's like, nah, we're family. We about to, be together. We gonna talk it out. We gonna, be for each other. And that's the dope part about it, man. I like that.
Yeah, time management's hard. You know what I mean? I run a business. I'm a single dad, and it's difficult. But what I do find to help balance that out, if you're consistent, if you're saying, listen, man, I'm gonna have this space open at 6 o'clock every Friday and 12 o'clock every noon, then I could work everything else around it. You know what I mean? So it does help as far as being consistent. It helps the community being able to tap in strongly, you know, come in like, yeah, Steak and Bake's gonna have this open for us to join and listen to and all that good stuff. So a big part of time management is being disciplined, man. So once you kind of get the discipline down and all that, you could start maneuvering it a little bit more healthy for yourself, you know. Very difficult, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm up late nights, especially when it comes to networking. I'm blessed to network with some of the people that are out here, man. I wish we launched this project now, after everything I've learned and all the people I've got to know. You know what I mean? But we came in so early with it. It took a little while to start this momentum of it, because the XRPL is a whole different animal. We're coming from YouTube onto the XRPL, right? Yeah, it's a tough transition.
It is, man. It is, especially when you don't like building on XRP is a new thing, right? And there's no instruction manual, you know. It's like you got to learn AMAs, you got to learn AMMs, you got to learn how to keep liquidity going, you got to learn how to. It's a lot of stuff you kind of learn on the fly, man, and it ends up being a lot of work, you know. But it's all about really the consistency, and you've been showing that, bro, for ever since, you know, this XRzilla's launched, and you know, holding the spaces and keeping people interacting, and then, you know, when I dropped XTALES, you know, giving me ideas and helping me out, you know, just to build this the right way, bro. So, man, I appreciate everything you're doing, man. You're doing great work, man, and I'm sure everybody else in the community sees that, man, because you've been holding it down on them X spaces for sure, man. Just bringing, you know, knowledge to the community, giving people a place to go where they can feel like they're at home and that they can talk freely, and, you know, also, you know, making connections with other projects and building out, you know, the future of not just your project, but everything that you're, you know, working with and stuff. So that's dope, bro.
No, it takes time to build these connections. You know what it is, man? There's so many bad people out there. It's hard to find the good people, right? And that's the thing. Like you mentioned about AMMs, right? And these automated market makers, it's like we don't have a manual to understand how these work. So we got to go find the people who actually know how these work. And that you don't find that in one day. You got to really surf all over this XRPL, man, until you start finding the right people. And that takes time, man. It took what is it, almost April? Dude, almost 4 months to really get connected with a good group of projects, founders, influencers, people who know what they're doing. So, yeah, man, it is a consistent thing, bro. That I could tell you.
Man, definitely, for sure. So would you say like running your own business kind of helped you, you know, looked at this like XRzilla's, you know, face on and just go after it, like, you know, like you've done it before? Is it, you think that would be safe to say?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. It's a drive. It's better
problem solving, you know.
Yeah, the problem solving part of it, the networking part of it. My business is all about networks. I have contact spheres in all realms, from cleaners to realtors to property managers to builders. I mean, these are people I speak to every single day, along with lawyers and accountants, and you know what I mean? The list goes on. So you have to be able to reach out to these people, have conversations, and break down really what it is that you're trying to accomplish, man. So, yeah, I mean, that part of it played a big role in helping me out with this.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, you know, just the way that you handled it and, you know, came to me and helped me out. I definitely could see that you had prior experience to running stuff and, you know, just knowing, you know, the right things to do, even when there's no manual for it. So,
but still learning, man. You know what I mean?
We're still learning every day, man. Like, I was pretty bullish actually when I saw David Schwartz had put out. He was talking about the XRPL memes and how he was basically saying like the price of XRPL memes follow the price of XRP, even though XRPL memes move on their own because, you know, of trading and all that, but it also moves with the price of XRP. And I think, you know, just for him coming and saying that kind of like solidify like maybe it was a good idea that, you know, we are building on XRPL and we're in it early because we could reap the benefits off of however much percent XRP decides to run, you know, in the future. And just, you know, for holding these projects early and stuff and having, you know, these AMMs with all the, you know, the money backed, you know, and liquidity with XRP, that, you know, the future of our projects is looking bullish, bro. Like, you know, just for that simple fact. So that I like when you get something in life that kind of just is like the icing on the cake, like, oh, this is it right here.
Oh yeah.
And we never knew, you know, this would be, you know, what it is. You know, we're just kind of, you know, paving the way as we go, doing stuff people never done before. And I think at the end of the day, we're going to benefit the most off of it.
Oh, for sure.
Because we jumped in head first.
No, what's wild about the whole thing is that we know we're in the right chain. We know what we're holding with XRP. We understand this technology that they have is a global thing. It's going to shake the world. And the liquidity isn't here. It's not here yet.
Not here yet, yeah.
Just imagine what we're going to be looking like in 5 years from now. That's like where my heart's at, 2030 and beyond. Like right now is just all the groundwork. Like we're building, like, you know, we're mixing the cement to the foundation. We're just mixing it, bro. It's not even layered out yet.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. Like we have so much further to go, but at the same time, we've came so far. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I first got in crypto, they wasn't talking about crypto at all. You know, you wouldn't see it anywhere. Now the news is talking about it like, you know, it's the average thing, you know. So we've definitely came a long way and we're still early, you know. And I don't want people to see the prices and be like, oh, maybe I'm running out of time, or maybe I'm not early enough, because certain things are already kind of expensive, you know. Like basically the opportunity is getting it now, buying it while it's down, you know, accumulating. And a lot of people don't like, you know, the whole SEC going after Ripple and shutting down, you know, XRP for the longest, but really it's giving everybody a buying opportunity to stack those ZERPs, you know. So at the same time, man, we need to be taking advantage of all this downwards price action, because at the end of the day, when you do your research and you know where it's going, the best move is to keep stacking. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's what we're doing.
And not for nothing, for Ripple to be in court is only validation that this is groundbreaking, life-changing opportunity. They did it to Apple. They did it to Amazon. They've done it to every single disruptor. So what do you think Ripple's going to do? This is going to be the biggest disruptor that we've ever seen in our lifetime, man. And we're in it. We're here building on it, man. If there's any kind of excitement out here right now, y'all got to like feel the vibes. The charts don't mean nothing right now. The charts are giving you guys more opportunity. That's it.
Yeah, and you got to take advantage of it while you can, man, because it's not going to be like this for long, I don't think. So hosting Twitter Spaces, it seems like, you know, that's a big part of like your presence right now. What made you like started wanting to do that and engaging with people on that aspect?
I needed to figure out who was building and who is building what out here on the XRPL. If there's one thing about us, Tails, we like to know the realest ones. We already know that about each other. And it's like coming into the XRPL, it was like you didn't know who was who. I needed to speak to you. You know, just kind of DMing and stuff like that is whack to me. I need, you know, to hear your voice, your conviction, everything that, you know, you got going on, your passion. And then I could really like feel if whether or not we could collab, or maybe there's something you could help me out with, because I'm so new, so green. I'm not a dev. CKJ's not a dev. We really don't have devs in our community. We're investors. You know what I mean? We have degens for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like of the people who are with us are serious investors. So what kind of bringing it over to the DJing side of things, you know?
Yeah. And that's the good thing about crypto, right? Because it gives the average person the ability to become something different in their life, you know, to hold a different status, you know. And like you were saying earlier, like the way the old system was created, it was only created for people who had money to be a part of. You know, you had to be a accredited investor to even be able to get into an IPO or, you know, whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
So when crypto came along, and I wouldn't even just say crypto, I would say like just everything moving towards digitalized, you know, because Robinhood was like the one that kind of made it easier for the average person to trade stocks and stuff. And then they had just so happened to have sold crypto, you know, so that for a lot of people, that was a big gateway to moving from, you know, the regular system into digital assets and stuff like that. But
I've saved my career in crypto, man. When I lost all my Shiba Inu and SafeMoon, I got rid of the Trust Wallet and just kind of had to confess myself to the mirror that it was my fault. You know what I mean? It's not the scammer's fault. It's my lack of knowledge.
Yep.
Of really knowing what I'm doing in this. So I opened up that Robinhood and created an account, man. And man, I was speaking to my brother-in-law who is locked up like in state pen, and he told me about Dogecoin. He was like, bro, get you some Dogecoin. I was like, are you serious? I was like, this is what you guys are doing up in there? I thought you lifting weights and eating peanut butter sandwiches. Like for real, like, you know, I send them like commissary every month.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, serious, like don't even send me commissary for 2 months. Just put it in Dogecoin. So I was like, okay. I was like, all right. So that's what I did for him, and I did it for myself. And yeah, man, saved my whole thing, bro. I got into Dogecoin at 3 zeros and a 4, something like that. No, 2 zeros and a 4. It wasn't even a cent yet. Man.
Yeah, and I have a terrible story about those too, because that was the first coin I ever got into. And I got in when it was multiple zeros, and I didn't hold on till, you know, when it started, you know, taking off and stuff. So it's just like it's you can't get them all, you know what I mean? And then whoever knew like that coin as a meme coin, whatever, you know, been anything where people feel like it has value. But I think Elon Musk has a lot to do with how good those became and stuff. But that just shows you like it's really about like what people like, you know. People kind of give value to something as long as they feel like it's worth value, you know. But at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is utility. And that's why I got out of Doge and I got into XRP. You know, maybe I would have seen the gains faster with Doge, but I feel like I'll make more gains eventually with XRP.
Yeah, to me,
what it could do.
Yeah, Doge served its purpose for me, and you know, kept my spirits alive as far as what crypto could do in changing lives and, you know, bringing some good money to your pockets. But yeah, I'm with you. It's a utility bull run that's coming, and that's what's going to shine. I'm super excited to see what they do with the stable coins and DeFi. DeFi is going to be freaking everything, bro.
Yeah. I think DeFi is going to be bigger than we think.
Oh yeah.
If they allow it to be, you know, because I don't think they like the idea of DeFi, considering it's, you know, banks and institutions kind of want to be a middleman and stuff. But
right.
I think they'll make a nice balance, hopefully, and DeFi can flourish the way it should be, because I'm tired of all the centralized, you know, everything, not just banks and stuff, but businesses and companies that, you know, lean one way and, you know, may not be, you know, right for everybody. So it's better, you know, to have something that's decentralized where you can just do what you need to do without having some kind of influence, you know.
Real talk, man. I mean, DeFi equals sovereignty.
Yeah.
For our own bank.
Yeah, gotta be your own bank. So, you know, growing communities, I would say, is like the most like biggest thing that you would do, I would say, to me at least, because you know, you're constantly, you know, doing these spaces and you're meeting people and stuff. So do you find that like rewarding and stuff, like connecting, people and connecting with people in the spaces and stuff? And how do you figure out, how to do that? Like, is that just something you have?
That's a good question, man. I never even thought about it, to be honest with you. I really vibe off of like frequency with people in the space and stuff like that. If I'm vibing with you, we're definitely having conversations on a deeper level, and it's nothing I really overextend myself to people, because then that's where you become vulnerable, like too vulnerable for people to take advantage of. So, I really just try to play it like with the vibes, man, who's really building, and feel them out, and just kind of go with it like that, man. Know what's cool about this community though, that I could be really honest about, is that coming from like Chronos chain, Ethereum chain, Solana chain, I can, I maneuvered in all these chains, and coming into the XRPL just gives a different kind of vibe, man. I don't know if it's the way we're so stoic and patient and understanding that what we have is like, this is gold, and for the people that are building on it, I think the real serious ones understand that, and they're willing to stick that olive branch out to help people out, either understand AMMs or get them the right dev, understand what tokenomics are. There's a lot to running a project, especially if you're trying to grow it. If you're trying to grow it, man, then there has to be a plan behind it. You have to understand what your tokenomics are. Yep. And that is going to play a big deal in your roadmap.
See, but I think a lot of people who see it from the outside, who are not like a part of, the behind the scenes part of holding your own project, they only see the price, Yeah. And I think that kind of hinders like the movement in the project, because especially like the way XRPL tokens are dropped and launched, I think they definitely need some work on, because it's too much area to manipulate, outside of your control, So I think just like for people to really understand like the amount of work it takes to keep a project going, regardless of what the price is doing, because a lot of people want to see the success of your project in the price, instead of what you're actually building, instead of what you're actually doing behind the scenes. And I think that's the wrong way to look at it,
Here's kind of like the caveat to that though. For all of you who are bullish on XCT or even XBF, the way we combat this is by adding to the liquidity pools. That tool is there for us to use to our advantage, as opposed to just holding your coins. And that's the thing, people do look at price, and that's where communities become toxic, because the price is dropping, everybody's mad. The price is up, everybody's happy. And it's like, there's a way for us to actually cut that fat out of it, man. We could cut that BS right out. If you're bullish about the project and you really want to be a part of the long-term vision, then start participating into these AMMs. That's what's holding the price more steady for all of us. So exactly. The more participants we have in something like that, the more steady our price is going to be.
Exactly. So, and that's why, like, when I was doing a campaign on people who were going to put money into the AMMs, if you're going to buy XCT anyway and you're already holding XRP, to put it in the pools, you're not only making passive income in XPM token, but you're also helping the project balance out its liquidity, because without that liquidity, without that, project having that pool, the project is more susceptible to price swings.
Yes,
whether it's bad or good, and you kind of want to build a foundation in it so where the market doesn't affect the price so dramatically. So that's why it's really important to get into the AMMs. You know, especially if you're gonna hold the token anyway, it's beneficial both ways for the project and for you as a holder, you know. So
yeah,
and I didn't learn any of that until after, you know, I created my own token, and I'm like, okay, I've seen somebody that I know want to put like $1,200 in the token, but when they went to put $1,200 in, it's gonna go down 20%. Like, how does something go down 20% by buying? You know, I didn't know that purchasing also affects the price negatively if there's not liquidity. You know, and that's something you don't learn until you're in it and you're like, okay, I need to figure out, you know, why things are doing what they're doing. So it's all really a learning thing, and you know, I think it's just, you know, being in first and working it out. That's basically like when you start learning it.
Yeah, and finding the right people who are gonna educate you the right way and not hate on you. They want to see you do good, you know.
Yeah.
It took a while to find those right individuals who could really break it down and make you understand all of that stuff, man. It's not easy finding these people out here. There's some jokers out here.
Yeah, it's not too many people that are like-minded, especially are, you know, really into being a dev and knowing how, you know, everything really works on the back end of it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a learning process, and it's just a crazy thing, you know, to deal with. But I mean, I think it's exciting, man. Just, you know, jumping out and deciding to, you know, create my own project and try to build some, you know, kind of use case behind it and all that, and, you know, make something that like I've never done before but always wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, our biggest thing right now, Tails, between your project, XBF, and a lot of projects that are out there right now is to get your holders into these liquidity pools, man. So like XBF has about 850 holders, but yet we only have 55 people that are participating in our liquidity pools.
Yeah.
This is where I want to bring more of the education out there on these spaces.
Yeah.
Let people understand, if you're holding the token, there's no reason for you not to be
have it.
Yeah, you gotta.
I think people don't see it like that. I don't think that if they don't know, I feel like they're just thinking, oh, they just want you to commit your XRP to this project. But in all reality, at any point in time, you can take it out from the pool. There's no lockup, you know, none of that. So really, if you're gonna hold the project anyway, and you already have XRP anyway, and you want to see the project succeed, just put it in the pool. You're gonna get free XPM tokens, you know, and you know, that's just the plus, you know. But
and here's the thing too, though, like even coming in the pools and out the pools, there's right ways of doing it, and there's wrong ways of doing it, and it's up to us to educate the community on how to good community members and doing it the right way. You listen, we all are in this for profits. We want you to take your profits, but there's ways to do it that doesn't hurt the chart, the project, and so on. So, you know, that's kind of like where we're at now, right?
Yeah. And I think just like you said, is getting people, you know, the knowledge so they understand it more. So when they're a part of it, they feel like they're not being bamboozled or whatever, because like you said, there's right ways to do it and there's wrong ways to do it. Like if you're gonna get in the AMMs, you have to do it double-sided. If you do just one-sided, then it's gonna cause slippage, it's gonna cause the price to be affected, and you're gonna probably lose money doing it, because there always has to be a balance on how many tokens are on both sides. So if there's too much of XCT on one side and not enough XRP, it's gonna sell off to balance out.
Right.
So once people like really understand that part of it, they be like, okay, they'll understand more of how important AMM pools are, and how important, like how David Schwartz said, it is for projects built on XRPL. You know, the price of your project is gonna reflect the price of XRP in the future,
right?
Percentage wise,
yeah, it's all correlation, man, in one way. But yeah, this is kind of like where we're at in our projects, is to definitely educate the community and onboard, as well as getting you guys into the participations. Listen, man, these AMMs are tools. They're tools for you to make money and to scrape off profits. And if we all do it right, we all get to make money. All of us.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
So I have a lot more questions, but damn, we're already at 1 hour and 5 minutes. I'm gonna ask a few more, and then we just gonna keep it going unless you gotta go.
Nah, man.
But, man, we could probably chop it up all day because like we really about that life.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back, what would be one moment in your crypto journey that you'll say like you're proud of the most?
Oh wow, man. I gotta say, like, right now.
Okay.
Right now, indulging myself into this project with the backing of the IBF. It's probably the most fulfilling thing I've done. And to be able to help other people on this XRPL that actually need it, and being able to like connect with you, bro, and watch you grow your project. Like, this is special. Like, the times right now to me is like the best times to be alive, man.
I agree. There's no other opportunity out there that's going to give you like crypto is. And I think everybody needs to take advantage of it. Not just for, to make money off of it and to, think of it as an investment, but this is a vehicle to your future, financial stability, the future of you being able to not have to worry about doing a 9 to 5 job, and you can focus more on creating memories with your family and stuff. And I think with the right mindset and the right, motivation, the right, staying on top of it and stuff, I think a lot of people are going to change their lives and be able to change the world, I think, in the future. Just from based off of all the, new jobs and the new things that's going to come from blockchain.
I think that's what they scared about out here, Tales.
Yeah.
That we have the power
to
change the world ourselves. We don't need you to give us welfare. We don't need you to be giving us hand-me-downs or stimulus checks.
Yep.
Like, if we wanted to uplift an entire city in Africa, we can all come together as a community and do that at any moment using XRP that gets there in 3 seconds, and they're able to go ahead and change their lives that quick. They're scared.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're scared. And I think that's kind of why they treat crypto the way they do, where they really only talk about Bitcoin. They really only talk about like Doge, or they really only talk about Ethereum, and everything else is kind of like on the side, because they want people to know crypto, but I don't think they want people to know the opportunity that some of these cryptos will give people in the future. That's why you have, the SEC go after Ripple and stuff like that to, get people scared to sell their bags so they're not holding on to it and changing their lives,
Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing about corporate America, though. It's a double-edged sword. We want them involved with us, but we were making a whole lot more gains
without them.
Weren't involved with us because they're dealing with the manipulation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the double-edged sword of it. Man.
Yeah. But I think once you know that, that they're manipulating it, once you understand that part of it, it allows you to maneuver how you want to maneuver. Because at the end of the day, you already know it's inevitable, bro. This is the only asset class that's 24 hours globally. That it doesn't matter if the United States are involved or not. Like, this is going to do what it's going to do regardless, And I think it's just a matter of time. And seeing that, the United States is finally getting on board with crypto, I think we're closer than ever.
Firmly agree with that, man.
Yeah, man. So what advice would you give somebody who's younger, who's getting into crypto, or like your kids or somebody? Like, what would be like one important thing you would tell them like they need to know about getting involved in something like this? And because there's a lot of information out there.
It is a lot of information, and I try my best to onboard whenever I can. Even in the telegrams and stuff like that, we have a kid that's in there 18 years old. DM me on the back end how to set up a wallet and stuff like that. He first came to me with the exchange. What exchange is good? I said the exchange is where you want to buy it, but the wallet is where you want to store it. So you never want to keep your crypto, especially your conviction calls, like the stuff you know you're going to be holding on to and you really believe in, you don't want that on the exchange. You want that in a wallet, a secured wallet with, you know, not your keys, not your cheese. You need your keys. Very important. And make a copy of those keys. Make 2 copies of them and give them to people you actually trust. Bury one in the sand somewhere in the backyard. Don't use color water marker. Make sure it's like, you know, you got to be smart about everything you're doing right now.
Yeah, I agree.
These scammers out here, just like the technology is getting good, these scammers are getting better and better. And that's the part about it that people really have to understand. It's like you gotta dot your I's, cross your T's, you know what I mean? Be on your P's and Q's out here, man. Because these boys are serious. They want your crypto. They want it bad, and they're gonna get it if you make one mistake. So it's like, number one, get your stuff on the exchange, but get it into a wallet is the main thing. And you don't have to worry so much about price right now. DCAing is a beautiful thing. $10 here.
Can you explain DCA for people who don't know what that means?
It's a dollar cost average. And I'll make you guys laugh. And so I got in something really early. I think it was XDC, right? And I think it was at like 4 cents, 3 cents. And then it went up to like 15 cents. And right now it's at 6 cents. Mm-hmm. Well, about the last couple of years of me DCAing, my average is 6 cents.
Okay.
So it's like I could buy right now and I'm at my average. You see what I'm saying? It's like you have to go so hard in anything. You could really just kind of work your into stuff, take your time with it, and definitely diversify. You definitely want to be in a couple different like cryptos, so that way, God forbid something does happen out here with one of them, you got plan B, plan C, plan D, you know?
Man.
Yeah, it's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, I agree with all those different things you said. Like those are all major things to definitely take into consideration if you're going to move around in this space, because, you know, we've been through it. We've left money on the table. You know, we've, you know, done so many things that now we're like, okay, next time, now I have a strategy, you know, now I have a plan. Now I know how to accumulate, you know. Now when the price dips like the way it's dipped, like, you know, the last few days, you know, you see it as a buying opportunity instead of like, damn, I should have, you know, maybe I should have took a little bit out, because at the end of the day, it's hard to time the markets. You don't know when it's going to go up. You don't know when it's going to go down. And trying to, you know, time the market and doing all that, man, you're probably going to get wrecked.
Man, I make you laugh. When the charts used to come down, I used to get mad. And now it's like my entire mind frame, it shifted completely. Like when it comes down, your boy is so damn happy. It's another opportunity to get in. Like all the noise you guys hear out there, you know, charts are nothing but a reflection of emotion, you know? So when the chart goes down, that's an emotional trip that the market's going through, which kind of reflects everybody's sentiment at the time. And that's fine. When you could emotionally detach yourself from that, oh man, crypto becomes so much more fun. I promise y'all, man. The red charts come around, it's like, cheese.
Like it's about that time, man. Yeah, bro.
Busy, you know.
And that's why I created music, you know, songs like Stack It Up, Still Stacking, just letting people know like this is nothing but an opportunity for you, and it should make you happy. It should make you feel like you're doing something you're supposed to do when it is down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Taking advantage of every opportunity is what you have to do in crypto, because at the end of the day, you never know when it's gonna pop off. So I'm gonna just ask you one more question, and then we can get your last, you know, words in, and then we can start exiting out. So what would you say what would you say crypto would be like? How would it be in the next 5 years? Like, what's your vision for the way crypto is now and where it's moving towards?
Wow, man. I mean, just in the last 4 years, do you realize the transformation it's gone through?
A
And
lot.
we don't even have regulation yet, guys. We don't
Yeah.
have that. We have no clarity yet. The liquidity is not here yet. We're talking BlackRock, all sorts of big players are gonna bring serious, like trillions upon trillions of dollars into this market. So the way I see like crypto in like 2030, holy smokes, man. I can only imagine, bro. It's like watching your child go from 0 days. You know how small they are? They like fit in your palm. But at 5 years old, you can't even like hold them up in one arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna look like in 5 years.
Okay.
Kind of envision that from
Your bag's gonna be so heavy, you're not gonna be able to hold it.
the way you can't even hold it anymore.
Yeah, you can be like, oh man, this bag is becoming.
You're gonna have to walk by yourself now.
Nah, man, just get a lift or get it, nice dolly, push that bag across wherever you got to take it, bro. As long as it's ready for the bull market, ready for the run. I mean, you straight, bro.
The sky's the limit. This run.
I agree. I agree, man. I think we're heading towards places we couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. I know I'm not gonna be in Florida somewhere, and I'll be on my next journey in life, man.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I think the future for everybody in this community is bright. And I think, we're all going to do something major in the future to change things the way they are because, when you start from rags to riches, you appreciate it differently, especially the amount of time we've been in and, seen the losses and the gains and stuff, it makes it a little bit better, when you come from that instead of just having it given to you,
Oh, yeah.
So,
Patience and definitely a virtue.
Yeah, bro.
Patient enough, it's all gonna pay off. I mean, Warren Buffett said it best, man. The transfer of wealth goes from the impatient to the patient.
Mm-hmm.
Hold tight, y'all. Diamond hand them babies. Your time.
Didn't he also say something about buy when the markets are bloody, even if it's your own?
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, that means buy the dip, man. Even if you losing money, because we all losing money right now. Like if I were to open up my wallet, I'd probably be sick for the amount of money that I lost. But at the end of the day, man, we know where it's going, and we're gonna take advantage of it. Right. You know what I mean? So you got any last words before I close it up, bro? You got anything else to say?
Man, I just wanted to thank a couple of people, bro, that have helped me through my journey up through since the launch and stuff like that. Players like Protectors of the Frequency, Bluminati, Uncle Buster, Berserker, XRP Bags, Lower Level, DSP, Dark Space, man, a legend, bro. Yuga Labs, and they got a big ass team that, I get to learn from, like Phenor Labrador, Freedom of Phoenix, man, Island Ghost, putting in work. You want to talk about putting in work? Island Ghost put in work, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Congrats to her too, man. She minted
shout out to Island Ghost.
Yeah, she minted out her NFTs. Super proud of her, man. Optimistic Prime, Mr. Zam, bro. Mr. Zam's turning into like my right hand man, bro. That's my dude right there.
Yeah, man. When he was on the Spaces, man, that was the first time he interacted with Mr. Zam, man. And I think the community needs to see a lot more of him because he has a lot to say, and I think people need to hear it for sure.
Brother, man, that's a real smart dude, educated, knows what he's talking about, and he's dedicated on top of that, bro. That's a hard mix to find,
Yes, sir.
Fractions, XBAT with Based Amy, man, MPS, AI Bull.
TV. Shout out to Niles and everybody and they doing over there.
I'm telling you, that whole squad, Niles, Rob Nichols, Fitzy, strong people. We
definitely got some work to do with them for sure in the future. and I'm looking forward to, you know, creating more content with them and seeing where, you know, this music that I do, where it could go, you know, on what they're building and everything else, man. I'm extra bullish, bro.
Man, I'm gonna see Fitzy this Friday. I'm linking up with Fitz.
Okay.
To one of the baseball games. One of the singers that they have on their platform is singing the national anthem. So we're gonna go over there with Maja Tajan, singing the national anthem. So this kind of gives me and Fitzy a good chance to really look eye to eye and meet each other and do that whole you know, part of IRL.
Yeah, man.
Free, man.
That's dope. That's dope, man. That's the best part to me, bro, of like crypto to me is meeting people in person, you know, putting the name to the face or the face to the name, however you wanted to say it. And really, you know, breaking bread and sharing that, you know, the love for crypto and the passion that you share, you know, together with people that who are like-minded and stuff. And for those of you out there who's listening, man, if you haven't already, make sure y'all get your tickets for XRP Las Vegas. We got a meetup sponsored by 68J and CKJ, aka Bullzilla. It's about to be epic. You know, we only have 200 tickets for the venue, and we already sold over 100. So if you're thinking about going, now's the time. Get yourself a ticket. Even if you're not sure if you're gonna make it, you might want to just buy one and you know, not have to need it. Then, you know, if you try to get it and then we don't have any. So if you guys want to check us out in Vegas, you pulling up to Vegas, bro?
Man, Vegas is gonna get shut down. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Vegas is gonna be a hell of a time, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be performing there. We got a gang of people that's on the panel to talk, and I think it's just gonna be a all-out great time for everybody who's involved. So make sure y'all pull up, man. Get your tickets now. And anything else you got to say, bro?
Nah, man. I'm super honored to kick it with you tonight and really just chop it up, bro. It's always a blessing when we get to chop it up, bro, and talk crypto. Are you kidding me? It's like, this is a big passion of mine. And big shout out to the Bullish family. I love every single one of y'all. Man, I can't wait to meet you guys too. And the XCT family, bro. Like, big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to Liz Herrera. I don't know if she's in there.
Liz is the best, man. Liz holds it down in everybody's chat. She's always there to help out. She does it without you asking. Like she's one of my favorite admin and moderators for all the Blue Crew channels. And we definitely want to see more of you. I want to get her on the show, hopefully, and just talk to her about her experience with crypto and stuff. But shout out to Liz, man. You've been holding it down.
Yeah, the queen of the Blue Crew, bro. She taught me all about modding when I first came into YouTube, man. I started following her footsteps. I was like, wow. I was like, you are thorough.
Yeah, man. And we need more women in crypto like that, man. You know, money's not a guy thing, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody can benefit off of this information. It doesn't have to be just guys, you know. Women can be involved and learn and do exactly what we're doing, you know what I mean? And I encourage all of that. So shout out to everybody who pulled up for the show, man. That's the tell of the steak and bake bully, aka Team Green, from staking his dreams to baking an empire. He's shown us what it means to hustle, build, and rise. We've just witnessed XTALES tell your tale in the rawest way, and the voices of fearlessness brings the light to the dark. But at the end of the day, all that matters is that you're learning, you know, you're changing your life with the information you've given, and that's really what it's all about. But the story doesn't end here. Keep your ears locked in, keep your minds open, and your tails ready, because next time we're diving deeper into XTALES verse, where legends are told and money don't fold. You feel me? So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe, share with your folks. And we about to head out with a little bit of bullishness for y'all. You know what I mean? Because, you know, the price is kind of down. People are a little bit, you know, sick about it. But at the end of the day, we know where this is going, man. So we ain't even got a trip. You feel me? So I'll catch you on the next one, man. We out of here. Peace.
Hey, look, you know what it is. Let's get it. Tryna be glitch rich, high on that rich list. Get them back, send it. Well alert, big fish. Gone in an instant. They mad cause they missed it. Rank the whole time, but they'll never admit it. Them gems losing zeros, we adding them digits. No time for them weirdos who acting suspicious. Buy it and put away, can't wait to see it. The XRP 20K, it's time to celebrate. She thinking I'm attractive cause my income passive. Making all this money, you think I was trapped in. She just want that status and this ain't gon' happen. Buying, selling orders, set the automatic. SHX FOMO out here causing panic. So now we're down again, you know I'm stacking. Ain't catching me lacking, I'm XRP bagging. The year of the dragon, the phoenix from ashes. People putting twos and fews on the lottery. Honestly, you better off investing in quality. Low cap quantity, blame it on economy. Bags of cryptics, more specific. Cryptology, glitch rich, high on that rich list. Get them back, send it. Well alert, big fish. Gone in an instant, they mad cause they missed it. Race the whole time, but they'll never admit it. Them gems losing zeros, we adding them digits. No time for them weirdos who acting suspicious. Buy it and put away, can't wait to see today. XRP 20K, it's time to celebrate. Selling them bags, build diamond hands. Coinbase just crashed from that BTC blast. ETF ad, XRP max. Dollar collapse, it's all part of the plan. And when talking moon, we not talking astrology. Price glitch anomaly, bags like monopolies. I'm in uncommonly used as a wallet. I'm digital stunting, that bank money coming. 1,000x running, AMM earning. Them profits we turning, the more that we learning. XRP to the top spot, home till we pop top. Take up like a drop top, on my assets top notch. All we do is clock watch, I'm just trying to maintain. Riding on that game train, John Dean campaign. Leaders of that blockchain, stop all the games played. Just do the opposite of what they saying. Tryna be glitch rich, high on that rich list. Get them back, send it. Well alert, big fish. Gone in an instant, they mad cause they missed it. Race the whole time, but they'll never admit it. Them gems losing zeros, we adding them digits. No time for them weirdos who acting suspicious. Buy it and put away, can't wait to see today. XRP 20K, it's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate.